Hi there, RC Girl here. Today I have a new RC battery charger to show you guys. I'm pretty excited about it. When it comes to RC chargers, there's a lot of options out there on the market, but this one has a good price point. This is the Hobbymate Dual Lite D6 charger. This is from HobbycoolRC. It's pretty compact, has some really neat design elements, also a lot of safety features, which is a must when you're charging lipos. You can charge 2 batteries at once, and it also has some really nice charging specs. In this video, I'm going to show you guys all the features of this charger. Stay tuned. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. Here you're going to find RC reviews, tips and tricks, run videos, flight videos, and other things related to RC. So if you guys want to see more, make sure you like and subscribe. Also head over to my Instagram, Facebook, and Patreon. I do a lot of behind the scenes stuff there, so make sure to check those out. I'm also going to put a 10% off code in the description box below. I got this from HobbycoolRC. They're an online distributor, but they also make these Hobbymate chargers. First, a few basic things that you should look for when comparing and picking out an RC charger. It can be really confusing about picking out the right one. First, of course, you're going to want to make sure that it can charge the batteries that you're using. This one basically accommodates all the battery types out there. I primarily use lipo batteries in my RCs. Second thing you want to look for then is that if you're using lipos, you want to make sure that your charger can balance charge. For lipos, you want to make sure that each of the cells read the same and are charged to the same amount. This is going to extend the life of your lipos and their performance. This charger is automatically set to balance charge when it's set to lipos. Next thing you're going to want to look for is the charge and discharge current. The D6 can charge at 15 amps each port, which is pretty high output. This one can also discharge at 3 amps, which is pretty high. This allows you to charge batteries at a faster rate. And also, if you're parallel charging multiple batteries at once, you're going to want a charger with a higher charge current. The specs on this one look really great. The last thing you're going to want to look for is how many batteries you can charge at once. I go through a lot of batteries, so when I get home, it's really nice to have 2 ports or more. This one has 2 ports, so I think that's perfect. Okay, let's take a look at what comes in the box. This one comes in 2 different options, the DC only charger or the AC/DC option. If you're going to be primarily charging at your house, I would go with the AC/DC. DC is for charging directly from batteries. So if you have a lipo battery bank or charging from your car, you can get the DC only. Otherwise, select the AC/DC. It's a little bit more expensive. Here are the 2 boxes. If you get the DC only, it'll come with this. If you get the AC/DC one, it's going to also come with this power adapter. So let's take a look in the box. It's pretty simple and it is really nice and compact. So here are some of the specs if you want to nerd out. And if you want the full instructions, they don't come included in the box. You're going to have to go to their website. I'll also put a link in the description box below if you want to check that out. So here's the charger. It's pretty compact. So it is going to be on the smaller end as far as chargers go, which is nice. You can transport this easily and travel with it. So here we have our ports. You're going to have your channel 1 and your channel 2, so charging 2 batteries. This is the balance port for channel 1 and the balance port for channel 2. Has these little feet too, little stands if you want to prop it up. Looks like it also has good ventilation here. And on the back, there's a nice fan. You also have a USB and a USB Type-C port. Here we have the micro USB charger, and also here's a port for plugging in servo. So you can actually do servo testing with this as well. Really neat. This is going to be our channel button. And then we have this little scroll wheel, and it also is a click function too. You're going to get this power adapter here. Also has good ventilation. You can also use this to charge USB and USB-C. And here is our port for the back. So we're going to plug in our cable, plug this end into the wall. And then it comes with the Xt60 adapter. And so what you're going to do is plug the end into here, and the other end goes into your charger. So this also has feet on the bottom, but a cool design element is that it's magnetic, so you can stack them, and it has a really small footprint. Kind of cool. Okay, let's plug it in. So before you plug a battery in, you want it to initialize first. The fans are a little bit loud. I actually don't mind that. It's pretty typical with RC chargers to keep it cooling. This does have a lot of safety features as well, which is kind of nice. Very nice if you're new to RC battery charging or are nervous about charging lipos. This has a lot of built-in safety features. Okay, let's dive on in. I really like the split screen because you can monitor what each of the batteries and each of the channels are doing. First, let's go into some of the back-end settings and see all the things that you can modify. So if you hold down the red scroll wheel, you have task parameters. You can set a safety timer, max capacity, end current, trickle charge. We're gonna go back. System parameters, language, it also accommodates multiple different languages. Another thing, you can change the brightness of the LED screen. I already have it set to high. Another thing I would recommend going in, it's set to high volume, so I turned that down to low so we don't have the annoying clicks. And then the completion signal, so I did some test charges, and when it finishes, it's just gonna keep beeping until you stop it unless you set that to completion signal single. You can also name your device if you want. So let's select channel 1, and then you long press the channel exit button. So you can select your task here. When we select charge, that means it's balanced charging automatically. But if you select that, the 3 functions I'm going to be using are charge, storage, and balance. It'll also separately balance your batteries. If you have one where the cell's unbalanced, you can go in there and just have it balance all the cells for you. Another important thing is storage charging. So if you have LiPos sitting around for a while, it's going to decrease their lifespan. It's way better to store them in storage mode, storage charge them. Okay, so let's go to exit. Battery type. So this can support all these battery types. Really, really cool. I'm going to primarily be using it for LiPo, so let's select that. Today I have an NHX Muscle Pack 5800 milliamp LiPo battery. I got this from Nitro Hobbies. Been really liking these batteries so far, so I'm going to show you guys how to go in and charge it. So you can actually charge this at a 2C charge rate. We're going to be charging at 1C. The slower you charge your batteries, the less heat, the longer the lifespan of your LiPos. I use Xt60 cables too. I forgot to mention it has Xt60 ports. If you use other battery types, you can get an adapter for Xt60. We're going to plug in our Xt60 connector. We're going to plug in our balance port, and you're going to want to make sure that you're plugging it in starting at the right with the 2 pins facing up. So we're going to select that's plugged into 1. So we're going to select channel 1, which is already selected. Then we're going to press the red scroll wheel and then make sure it's set to charge. We're charging a LiPo. A charge cell is 4.2. So we set the cell voltage to 4.2 volts. Cell count, it auto detects the cell count. So it's a 2S. Current setting is 5.8. If you're going to be charging at 1C, for a 5800 milliamp battery, that's going to be 5.8. So if you had a 2200 milliamp battery, you'd be charging at 2.2. So then we're going to go to start. So you just press the scroll button. I really like this too, that each of the screens are different if you're charging, if you're balancing, if you're discharging. Each of the screens are going to be a different color. When it's charging, it's going to be this orangish yellow. And then when it's finished, it's going to turn to green. Here you're going to get your volts, how many milliamps it's currently putting in. And then it shows you also the voltage of each of your cells. Since it's 2 cell, we're going to get 2 readings. I also really like that it shows you the percentage of how full it is. So we're at 64% right now, and then you're going to get your charging time here. So that's it, and we'll let it go. Charge the battery. So overall, what do I think about this charger? I really like all the nice safety features. So if you're new to charging LiPos or worried about them, it's going to have that all covered for you. Doesn't mean that you can leave LiPos unattended. Definitely don't do that. If you're charging LiPos, be at home, be in the same room as them. I really like that you can charge 2 batteries at once. Compared with other chargers on the market, and actually 2 other chargers that I own myself, this has a relatively high charge current. So that's going to be great, as I mentioned, for parallel charging batteries and also charging batteries more quickly. The user interface is also nice and simple, and you can monitor the 2 channels at once. It's nice and compact, which is going to be really great for traveling with it. It may seem a little bit strange that it comes with a separate power adapter, but that's going to allow it to charge at a higher charge current. So I think that is it for this video. Just a short one. Wanted to show you guys this new charger that I've been pretty stoked about from Hobbycool. Again, I'll put a $10 off coupon code in the description box if you want to check it out as well for yourself. Would be a great gift for the holidays. Hobbycool also sent me the QuicRun Fusion Hobbywing 2-in-1 ESC and motor. I've been so excited to check this out. I think it's a really cool technology where they combine a motor and your speed control all in one unit, basically the size of a 550 size motor, even though it's a 540. This is the 1800 kV one. I think it also comes in 1200 kV. I heard really great things about it. Everyone says it's super smooth, really great for an RC crawler, really quiet as well. We're gonna check this out in my next video. Stay tuned for that. Thanks again to HobbycoolRC. Or see you later.